bribe them, let them come, laugh with them, play the Stevie Wonder song and dance to the medicine of your tears, a throughway to the original truth of your lungs where the mother of all creativity resides. Breathe her in. Here, in the house of your hands, you have the root of infinite possibility. Elena, the split heart grows new eyes. We count our dead like holes in our bodies, missing elbows where brothers had been, hollow curves into the collarbone, once almond-shaped shadows fit for the fingers of a friend whose pain just would not stay put. Now, an empty place for echoes. Now you can see right through it, places where grandmother had been. A walkway through breastbone, each death taking something that you did not agree to give up. An orbital bone from your own face. Your fingers feeling there for something yesterday shaped and familiar. I see you. The round knuckle of an ankle gone off with the friend who overdosed, now you limp. How lopsided grief can bend us sometimes. Loose from even our own names. It makes a mess of us at the Starbucks counter, makes us shaky and wet on the city bus, makes us useless in the face of obligations that require us to arrive on time and to be easy. Grieve how you want to grieve. Go to the river, throw the stones, sip the pebbles, hold them under your tongue. Let the broken heart be broken. Shake the wrist, pound the bare feet into the day after rained on earth. Bury names in the city park. Tag phone numbers that are now useless onto the street lights. Host candlelight vigils for one. Let that ocean have at you. Clap it out. It takes courage to be an instrument of feeling. And oh, how the feeling will feel. Will fill you up, will take you out of the day, and will eventually lay you into a new orbit. Flesh, electric and full as the earth is alive, turning on this axis as you will turn. Grieve how you want to grieve, because the split heart grows new eyes. Rebecca White, Purple Poem to Stop Pain and Suffering. Bend over your heart. Go to the house of your most human places and touch those walls. Lay your breastbone into the plate of the days and splay your fingers. Linger where there are no words. We burn and we turn. We step over people in the streets. We shit, talk, and laugh. We keep our tongues turning, clicking, and wagging. We go short and low. Sometimes the high road seems too high over our head. The oxygen so light. Could we even get a deep breath? Plus we are tired a lot. Greed is exhausting. Every day love seems to get harder and harder to touch with your own two fingers. Somebody always finds a way to say it don't matter. Anyway, your poems, your wanting, You're making pretty things. It falls and flies up off the land. You get to try as you try. There is hurting everywhere we look, and we will hurt. We hurt. We have made a masterpiece ripe for pain. Even the soil weeps and the water is wounded. How can I write you a purple poem to stop the pain and the suffering when we sell our first medicine for bank balances and bragging rights? Rebecca White, let us look at this. We have been inventive with strategies of cruelty. We covet the capacity to look away without the weight of living with feelings. We put power of our imaginations to the task of stacking fast death against our enemies. But what is an enemy anyway, except a sister and a neighbor and a cousin who broke a thing one time and bit the identity of truth and took off with it in their own shape of justice and didn't give it back to lay it down at the feet of our forgiveness song? We have pain. My mother told me once that you don't have to suffer. There is a place inside of the inside, in the secret place, in the language. It is inside you. It is the place that makes rivers. It is the place that gives the color purple its own face. My mother said that you can make a decision. It will be hard and sour, sometimes even bitter to the taste, but there is a kind of medicine that you can make for your own self, and it can come right from the palms of your own two hands. I don't want to let you down, Rebecca White. I have pain and suffering releasing poems for you, but it might not be the poem that you imagined it could be. I suggest that you write that thing yourself from your own magic hands. Remember last year when the scientists came on the NPR and told us how our hands are conduits of healing, like we didn't already know it, how they spent all that money doing research to find the fact that love matters. When pain is at hand, that to sit next to a person who is suffering and to sing to them with kind touch, to hold their hand, to say their name, to whisper a song into the heat of their ears, to let light rise through your throat and come out through your chest, somehow this power found within the fire of your own hands can do much more than any scientific instrument could calculate, and even then, pain is part of the story. Not over it, but through it. I poem to you from that loving place, and I believe in the power of this animate loving. I poem to you from this loving place, and I believe in the power of this loving, this giving into the human bones, to the tone of the heart, to heave it out of your being and into the world around you, a living and neon thing, sightless and all-seeing simultaneously, for how the hands and the heart are a machine to be put to use in this mystery. Sleep with this prayer, your hot hands golden through the days, playing sunshine between your poet fingers. Let the laughter lift off of every page, of every nail bed in your hand, from where the mollusk sources her strength. You are there, and we are there too. Put on these shoes and look to your own loving hands, Rebecca White. Hold your own face in those two hot, twin, loving palms, and take the day this way. Watch it change. Sarika Brown. Power of the Sanskrit verse, you have the right to work only, but never to its fruits. Let not the fruit of action be your motive, nor let our attachment be to inaction. Love poem to the power of hard work. Let us go to work inside the house of our own souls. Pick up the task of making air and sunlight where our grandmothers and uncles left off with it, dreaming through fingers, weaving night and life, leafing through the curious hours. Our muscles are making days. It's not just work. We are stitching the laughter that our children will spin. That's what's happening when our muscles are moving with the might. It is not just work, this task at hand. It is also the hand at the task. Let your fingers have at it. Tell the story about that one time your long brown hair flew out the car window, became a winged thing with an angel's voice, something like Elton John. Sing your mama's favorite songs. You say nobody believes you that this happened, but it did. Let the skin at the tips of your fingers have at it. Stitch it, tell it, build it, bring it up. Tell us the joke that your daughter made up about a cat who was a chef who loved to eat artichokes and dance in an apron that was clinging with artfully strung sardine bones. Let us go there with you While the body is at task, something else is happening and we know it. There is a light and a love that is flowing through us. Let your fingers do this stitching on behalf of the quilt that is the frequency that all human beings ride upon while your muscles are mining at the task. So much more is happening. Oliver's courage poem prayer for the rage of heart, for how and why to rise to the occasion of your own voice, trembling sometimes, looking over its own shoulder, second guessing, still step to leap, to breathe, step to breathe, to leap forward, to sing a thing up and out through the soles of your feet. There is blooming flowers and fire on your tongue, Oliver, sweet love in the palms of your hands, when a steel